Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, today, I think we'll go through and talk about all the stuff that this car came equipped with. It still kind of shocks me that they sell this thing at auction with everything still on it. But, I mean, heck, I bought it with everything on here, so I might as well show you guys what I ended up with. So, yeah, here we go. So, I think the first thing we'll do is I'll show you guys a quick video of when I actually picked the car up, because I'm sure there's some people out there, some trolls, that are going to come by and be like, oh, you must have put all that stuff in there. Nobody would ever sell a vehicle with all this stuff in it. So, we'll go to that real quick. So, I am here at the auction, clearly. And I just want y'all to see that I'm not some creepy cop guy. This Joker already has lights on it. Oh, and nobody stole the antenna. I'm really happy about that, actually. Outstanding, outstanding. That's right. I bought a Crown Victoria decked out with lights. I have no idea if they even work, but the lighting itself is probably worth a lot of money. Loving it, guys, loving it. And she runs. I have no idea how any of this stuff works, but it's all here. So, as you can see, I literally picked the car up with everything in it. I drove it home. Actually drove by a county sheriff, and actually not the same day that I drove it home, but probably a day or two later, I actually drove by a county sheriff with all this crap all over the car. But it also has all the auction stuff all over the windshield, so I'm sure he probably didn't even look twice at it. Alright, what is going on, guys? It's fresh from the auction. And man, that flipping thing makes a big-ass blind spot. So, still got the writing all over it. This Joker got everything in it still. None of it works, though. So, if y'all think I'm out here impersonating, you're out of your flipping mind. The auction went ahead and disconnected everything and told me it would likely be in my best interest to remove all of this stuff so that there's absolutely no question as to what I'm doing with the vehicle. I do know as long as this stuff is disconnected, we're good to go, because it's impossible for me to accidentally turn this stuff on. But she definitely runs good. She seems like a solid car in amazing shape. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's actually carpet floor in here. This vehicle has never had a cage and is actually not a former police vehicle. This is actually a former fire department vehicle. So I'm guessing the idle hours are going to be really low on this thing too. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. It's a 2008. It's got 92,700 miles on it, and smells good too. The only thing that's wrong with the interior, which I can't really show you right now, is the passenger seat's got a little bit of coffee stain in it, but other than that, everything's immaculate. I mean, it's in really good shape. There's no big crazy holes drilled anywhere. I can't complain. So, yeah, here I am, driving down the road in a former fire department vehicle. So, like I said, luckily nothing in here actually functions. Well, except maybe the Motorola thing there, but it's in some sort of maintenance mode, but everything else is dead. And I actually double checked in the trunk and made sure everything was unplugged, so it's all unplugged. None of this stuff can accidentally turn on and confuse the public. So, I don't know. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this stuff. I don't know if I'm just gonna make like covers for the lights and kind of keep this thing as a survivor vehicle, or how we're gonna work this, but I think it'd be kind of cool, because I know in about 10 years, Crown Vics are gonna be pretty much gone, except for a handful of busted taxis and, a handful of collectors out there that are trying to keep them alive. But might be kind of cool to have a survivor car. But I just got to be real careful with it, because last thing I want to do is get picked off by law enforcement, especially somebody who's real frustrated with life that wants me to pretend to be a cop, because I have zero interest in doing that kind of stuff. I just like the cars. And for those of you wondering what the police think, I just had a sheriff pass me going the other direction, didn't even pay attention to me. I don't know, I'm still debating. Like I said, I might just do this as like a survivor car and kind of use it as like a show vehicle. Which if I do that, I'm probably gonna fabricate some sort of light covers. That way there's no way anybody can get confused. I mean, even though I'm wearing a shirt that literally says not the cop, you know, not a cop, and all my videos literally say not the police in the front of it, but you know, there's some confused people out there that don't like to watch my videos and then like to whine immediately in the comments section. Go, why would you ever do that? Well, because I think the car's interesting. That, and like I said, in 10 years, most of these will have gone to the crusher, and there won't be too many of them with all the lighting left in them. So, like I said, I could probably get a couple decals and return this thing to the way it was, and then use it as kind of a really interesting show car. So, but we'll see. I don't know. I might just strip everything out of it anyway, because there's probably $1,000 worth of lighting in here and other equipment. But for those of you that are interested, now that I've digressed off into some sort of rant, this is what the vehicle came with. So right now the car is idling. You can see it right here. RPMs are up, and got all these switches that do nothing. There's not a single light on the car that does anything. I can hit all this stuff. It doesn't do anything. This is the only thing that lights up, and it's in some sort of maintenance mode. This doesn't work. There's a couple of mics here. This one actually goes to this thing, and then this is the PA mic for that thing. There is a Motorola speaker on the side here, so that I guess it can, repeat whatever else is, I guess, broadcast over the radio. This Motorola thing, I guess that's the model, but like I said, I don't know how any of this crap works, but it's just here. Up top is a Whelen, I guess, dash light. There's 3 heads in there, and according to the little tag that's on the inside of this visor piece, it says RCR, which I believe to be red, clear, red, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to literally figure out how to turn it on and then figure it out that way. As I showed in one of my prior videos, there's this kind of neat dome light thing that's a little different from most police vehicles that you see, because this is an old firefighting vehicle, which I'm sure cops probably could have used this too, but it's got like a red light for trying to keep it dim in here, and then a bright light, and of course there's the stock one right here. In the back are Whelen Talon side lights, and the mounts are broke on both of them, so they just kind of sit there and bounce around. There's one on the other side too. In the back is some sort of radio charger, I guess. Looks like it may have flipped around. I think it was originally, like this. And then there's some other random connector pieces back here. This big old thing. On the side here is a cubby. Couple of sockets there. Oh, let's see what else is floating around in this thing. So, yeah. Car's still idling, obviously. Oh, it has cruise control too, but I don't know if it works. So there's the lights. That's what I was talking about. I guess this is... Oh yeah, right there. I think it says red, red. So, but yeah, as you can see, it's kind of broken. That's probably why they left it. On the back is a couple of antennas. And then, water. In here, on this side, this big black box controls the lights, and this one controls the siren. There used to be something over here, don't know what that used to be, no idea, but I guess these are the power sources for this thing. And then I don't see how any of this other stuff would plug into this, but it's all here. There is a light in the back, which you can kind of see. Also Whelen. I have no idea what the color pattern is on that. My hunch is because it's a fire department vehicle, I doubt that that's amber. It's probably red and white. Which I've been told from varying people that red and white on the rear is legal in Florida. But I don't have any intentions of turning that on in the street ever, because I'm pretty sure that all it takes is one very frustrated cop and I'd have a very bad day. But yeah, there's the light stick back there, and there's no anything showing what it does. And this is kind of a different angle of that little two-way radio charger. So, oh hey, I know what that is. That's actually that little black thing sticking up in the middle of the carpet. That's actually the other button for the dome light. That's kind of cool. Then in the front of the car here, oh, I don't know if you guys can see it in there, but it still has a speaker. I don't know if you guys can even really see it, but it's in there. It's kind of down in there somewhere. I guess it's right here, kind of behind this thing, but yeah, there you go. So, my big old V8 engine. Might have to go check this thing through really good and make sure everything's running kind of nice. I'm sure there's somebody out here that'll tell me exactly whether or not this thing is in the best of shape or not, but it doesn't look like it's leaking anywhere, which is good. I guess there's a condenser line for the air conditioner, but there she goes. Inside the lights, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's actually strobes in here. There's a strobe there. Looks like there's a strobe in here too, so I think there's a strobe. I can kind of see one in there. I'm trying to see if there's like a headlight flasher, but I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know if any of this stuff will ever work again or not, but you know, my hunch is that something somewhere's unplugged. And then in the back, I'm not really sure. I think when I take this thing apart, I may be able to figure out if there's a strobe in there, but trying to see if I can see anything in this light. Oh yeah, there's a strobe hiding back in there too. You can actually see the strobe head, but I don't think it's coming through on camera, but there's one in there. So my hunch is there may be one in here too, but I'll know that when I take this rear piece off, because this is what I was talking about. They really ground the crap out of this thing, kind of ruined it. So we'll have to see how that looks. Oh, I guess it is a good thing I ended up getting the brake light too, or the reverse light, because this is cracked. So car does need a big old bath. But yeah, there you guys go. You know, like I said, none of this stuff works. Yeah, you'd be able to see some sort of flashback right here because it's not like super bright right now. You know, same on the sides. You know, you don't see any of that stuff strobing right now. And this is with all these switches on, so I would assume that this one would turn on the side lights, but there's nothing there. So zero power. But if I ever do figure out how to power it up, I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then like I said, then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to keep this as some sort of survivor vehicle and then use it purely for show purposes, or if I'm going to just disconnect everything and get it all out of here. I mean, it's not like I'm going to just be able to, you know, grab all this stuff easily. I mean, I'm going to have to like disassemble things if I want to get these lights out of here. So I'm not really even sure how these things connect. Look like hooking into the sun visor up there, and the one on the rear deck, I don't even know how that comes in and out, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, hope you guys got a kick out of this. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing, you know, all the random stuff that showed up in this car when I bought it. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think I should do? Should I strip it all out of here, or should I keep it as a survivor car and just, you know, use it for show purposes only? because I think that'd be kind of neat. I know there's, like I said, there's a lot of people out there that have, you know, show vehicles. Like, there's an entire association for emergency vehicle owner and operators that's what they do, is they preserve these kind of things. You know, some people preserve, you know, vans, pickup trucks, muscle cars, and then there's other people that preserve these things. So for those of you that want to be all judgmental and be like, oh, evil, you're bad, human bad, police impersonator, this is a fire department vehicle. It's a fire department vehicle. And newsflash, I have zero interest in actually impersonating cops. I just think the cars are neat. So appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for checking out the video. If you enjoyed this, want to share it with people, want to get into an argument about how sometimes vehicles are actually sold at auction with all their crap still in them, and people don't believe you, this is the perfect video to prove that argument wrong. Leave a comment below if you have anything interesting to say. If you got rude, obnoxious comments, I'll probably just ignore you anyway, and then be happy that you clicked view, so I win either way. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Appreciate you stopping by. Love to all of you, and I'll see you on the next video.